After 7 races, a rough and tumble group of guys come out for one last hurrah to wrap up what's been an exciting season of fast-paced, close quarters racing, where we've seen lots of thrills and great finishes with these tour mods. Welcome to the BRP iRacing series here on Pit Stop TV. I'm Joe Donahue, alongside ever-handsome Emerson Arden and the beautiful Trey Shuttlesworth for tonight's program. We set loose the BRP iRacing series Asphalt Modified Tour at their final stop on the tour, South Boston Speedway. We're grateful to have you all with us this evening on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter for this finale on the season, 60 laps to decide it. It's set to be an exciting show, and as this one is one of those short tracks that needs the utmost focus, precision, rhythm, and skill, Emerson, we joined last week in Oxford Plains and rocketed through that program, but with more laps slated, and this being the closer for the season, what sort of expectations do you have from last time, and what new action do you expect from the field?
Well, thank you, Joe. Yeah, as far as what happened last time at Oxford, that was pretty much what I expected. Very hard to overtake. Qualifying meant everything. Here at South Boston, I can expect similar, but there's definitely going to be a lot more emphasis on getting your car hooked up for a long run because it's slightly longer. But there's more opportunity to pass here. This track is banked all the way around, by the way. 12 degrees in the corners and 10 on the straight. So even when you get off that corner, it's not going to feel that much less banked. It's only a 2-degree difference. It's going to make it pretty interesting. But this track definitely, I think, promotes overtaking much better than last week, at least. And makes for a great show. South Boston Speedway Sobo, always a great spectacle when it comes to any short track racing.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the most unique and exciting tracks that, short track wise, that iRacing has. In my personal opinion, it's one of my favorites to go to. It's a challenge every time, and I'm not going to say I love racing it, but I do at the same time. It's kind of hard to describe. It's a track that I have a love-hate relationship with personally, but always going to be an exciting place to take cars, and let alone the BRP iRacing guys. There are a lot of really great drivers out here in the series, both on the late model side and over here with the Asphalt mods. And all through the years, it's been a great program. They bring in a points championship that is, well, let's say mostly all but wrapped up. Dave Coursol, obviously 3 wins on the season, has a significant lead over Dean Meitzler. Then you've got Aaron Smith, Hunter Holberg, Travis Miller. They round out the top 5. JP Bergeron, Dylan McDonald, Matt DeRitter, Corbin Daniels, Jamie Porter. Obviously, not all these guys are here tonight. We only have 7 slated on us at the moment. But Emerson, it may be fairly wrapped up most of the way through the grid, but that's not going to stop anybody from having a good time tonight.
Oh, absolutely. There's still great times to be had. Once again, Sobo is always a great track to have an event like this, especially a season finale. I believe Sobo is one of the better tracks to do that at. But there's also chances for overtakes on these point standings, if you will. Hunter Holberg, he's 4th in points. He's only 3 back of Aaron Smith. Just, placing the car tonight should definitely get him onto the, bottom spot of the top 3 in points. You have Jean-Philippe Bergeron, who's right there just outside the top 5. He's 15 points back, so I don't necessarily know where he has to place to overtake Travis Miller, but it's definitely doable tonight. And yeah, I think the rest of the drivers in this sheet are not here tonight. Thinking they were pretty content with their body of work this season, Joe.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, we currently are sitting on 7 entries, and then some of them are guys not on this list. Joshua Balliet, Jacob Zala are up there. Zachary Kistler also taking part in tonight's race, along with 4 drivers that are on this list: Jean-Philippe Bergeron, Dave Coursol, Hunter Holberg, and Dean Meitzler. That's going to be your field when we come back in a brief second. We're going to step aside for a moment and get ready to go for tonight's show at South Boston Speedway. So we'll be right back.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine you're wedding picture, upload it onto a canvas, and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound Art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound Art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Tempo. Welcome back, race fans, to Pit Stop TV. Practice just finished, and I mean just finished. Josh Balliet got the fastest one there, but Emerson, we're getting ready to go for a couple minutes here to give these guys a chance to put down their best qualifying run. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out right away and who waits till the end of the session.
Yeah, absolutely. Qualifying is underway, and how about it? Joshua Balliet, last week's winner at Oxford Plains, out on the track right now to set his first lap around as he works his way through. This is the back straightaway here. It's so similar to these corners, so I can easily get confused. But here he comes off of turn number 4. The first lap for Joshua Balliet will put him. Hunter Holberg goes fastest at first, and now Balliet goes top of the charts.
Yeah, so Balliet got the fastest time in practice. He's going to roll another one here and see if he can double up and get a little bit quicker. This time, Hunter Holberg was fastest just instantaneously before Balliet went through. And Balliet will obviously stay up at the top end. We're on board with Jean-Philippe Bergeron. He gets very loose out of the corner and gets that car woed down. That was a smart move right there by Jean-Philippe. So what he did was he was about to start a lap, but he was going to start it with less momentum because he spun those rear tires a little bit and got loose. So he slammed the brakes, got the car stopped before he hit the timing line. He's going to reset and get all of that momentum right back so he can take another stab at getting a good qualifying run in here.
Yeah, absolutely. Very smart move. I know it's something you get used to when you just want to perfect your out lap, and sometimes you push a little too hard on the out lap on very cold tires, and you make a mistake. You have to get the car to a complete stop before that start-finish line, and the Sobo start-finish line is pretty far down the front straight, if you will. Jean-Philippe Bergeron, his first lap goes second quickest, show.
Yeah, so as Zachary Kissler put in a lap that got him to 6th quick, Jean-Philippe Bergeron went 2nd quick. He's going to come out of turn number 4 again. We'll see if this 18 machine goes to the top. And awaiting timing and scoring, we see him do it.
Wow.
He got the pole. What a lap in by JP right there. And at the very last second, everybody's put their times in. He stole the pole position for this race.
Absolutely. We saw in practice, it was Balliet leading the way. Jean-Philippe Bergeron, he came in a little bit later into the practice session, maybe didn't necessarily get a clean track or anything like that. He only went second fastest, and now taking the top spot from Balliet here in qualifying. Hunter Holberg will making his way into the top 3 is also very pleasant after seeing where he was in practice. That was not as expected. So it looks like a very tightly contested field, at least amongst the top 5.
Yeah, that's definitely great to see for us. I mean, obviously the cutoff's a bit closer for those top guys than further down, but definitely showing that everybody's pretty well matched and pretty ready to go to take a fight to each other here tonight. And that's always what we want to see. We want to see some close racing, some well fought out cars that are going to be right on the money with each other. It's going to be a good time. The air temperature is going to help out. You can see the weather on the screen right here. The air temp's about 78 degrees, so that's pretty cool. The engines are going to run really nicely with that. Track temp's kind of high. I'm not exactly the expert on short track racing. Emerson, maybe you could talk a little bit more about what a hotter track's going to do for these guys right here, and whether or not 113 degrees is actually what they would call hot for these guys.
I'm sure, these drivers would like it a little bit cooler to be grippier, but at this track temp, this is probably what it would be, after quite a few laps of racing on this track would be. It'd be pretty slicked up. Not a whole lot of grip left in the track. You're just kind of sliding around out there. Now, it's not like 130 degrees the track temp is either, but it's not, what it would be at 70 degrees Fahrenheit where, these drivers can just grip right up. So it'd be something to watch here. And then the winds at 2 miles per hour looks like they're not going to be a factor in today's race.
It's definitely going to enable the guys to have more of a driver's race. And we talk about that with when the track slicks off in the BRP late model series, but with the track hotter, it should be a little slicker. The guys should be able to race each other pretty nicely. We'll go ahead and thank the partners here with the BRP iRacing series and our own. In the meantime, while we await the lineup for the start of tonight's feature race, Bicknell Racing Products, Matt DeRitter Designs, Jam Performance, Costco Haulage, and Miller's Auto Detailing, they all take part on both ends of the BRP spectrum. Appreciated that they stick it out with all these guys in both Mondays and Wednesday nights. And then all of our partners here at Pit Stop TV, Tucson Sound Art, Race Pace Setups, Permanent Makeup and Cryo, Whiplash Media, and BAM Racing Videos. Awesome. Great partners on our end. We'll be able to talk about a couple more times throughout this race evening, but we're getting ready to go for tonight's 60-lap feature. And Emerson, I'll go ahead and hand it off to you as they start getting ready to line up for tonight's starting grid.
Well, let's get to it. As time will tick over, we are now officially into the race session. So the grid is technically official. On the front row, it'll be Jean-Philippe Bergeron, and to his outside, Joshua Balliet, last week's winner, looking to see if he can go back-to-back to close out the season. Row number 2, we're going to find Hunter Holberg and Jacob Zala making his second start in the BRP Asphalt Modified Tour. Fall back to row number 3, Dave Corso, our point leader and potential champion, if you will, Zachary Kistler in the outside of the third row. And in row number 4, Dean Meitzler will round out the back of the field.
So 7 drivers getting ready for 60 laps tonight. I'm going to put you back on the spot, Emerson. Going into the 60-lap race, I know it's tough to call anytime we go to a BRP event. But I'm going to give you a shot, just a shot in the dark. Who do you think we're going to see at the top step of the podium tonight?
Well, it's easy for me to, just go and say, the person I brought into the series that I've known is only race short tracks as, Joshua Balliet. But I feel like he got a little comfortable in that practice session. He's going to have some work to do here with Jean-Philippe Bergeron coming out and, showing him up right away in qualifying. Now, maybe he made a mistake in his qualifying lap, but I believe this is going to be a highly contested race, and I believe Bergeron might come out on top.
Yeah, if I was going to be a betting man, I think Bergeron's in good shape right now, up at the top of the standings and the starting lineup for tonight's race, rather. I'm definitely going to watch Hunter Holberg on this start from the inside. Definitely watching Balliet on the outside of row number 1. Jacob Sala might be able to pull something off on the start and kind of make his nose known. Dave Corsel, obviously, a lot of points so far this season. Obviously, you add in Dean Meitzler, Hunter Holberg, some well-known names within the BRP series. It's going to be a good show tonight, so strap in. We'll give you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge. 7 drivers, 60 laps, Sobo, South Boston Speedway, and the BRP Asphalt Modified Tour. Pace car rolls in, and the green flag's coming out. And lap number 1 completes. John got a great start in that 18 machine, and this is going to... Whoa, there goes one of them. Hunter Holberg around on the back stretch, temporarily staying green right here. That's not at all what Hunter wanted to see on the beginning stage of this show, and he's going to have to bring that car down into the pit lane. We lost one on the start, and we've already got one down with damage.
Well, right away, we are down 2 drivers to make this a 5-driver race at the moment. Jean-Philippe Bergeron, who goes fastest after Balliet took it. Now Zala goes fastest in the top 3, trading fastest laps over the past 30 seconds, making this a highly contested race as we were just getting just started here in Sobo.
And if you notice, you saw Jean-Pierre right there as Joshua Balliet got the fastest lap again. Jean-Pierre seemed to be a little loose out of turn number 4 already, and you're only 5 laps into this event, so it's a little early on to start losing grip so much in those tires. But as you're riding on board with Balliet, maybe we'll get another view of Jean-Pierre getting a little squirrely out of one of the corners. Not this time, but turn 4 was where it happened laps ago. I'm wondering, maybe it's just cold tires, maybe it's a little bit of anticipation, and he's watching that mirror a little much from Joshua Balliet, giving him a ton of pressure from behind there. Still nose to tail down the back straightaway.
Yeah, we did watch these two, and this is the point here, or this is the mental game of it. First of all, this race is longer. It's a 60-lapper here at Sobo. These laps, they're 14-second laps, so, I mean, in time, in respect to time, this is a short race, but this is probably one of the longer races on the season, and this is really where the mental game comes in. I know, I mean, I would assume Bergeron, you know, being where he is in points, he does a lot of his time on short track racing. I don't know that. I know Balliet, he does, you know, longer-ish short track races, upwards of 100 laps and all, and he loves this part of it, just, you know, sitting behind the driver and learning, or, you know, having someone try, you know, to find their way around him, right behind him. So this is, I think, something that Balliet just really enjoys to do, and kind of study the car in front.
Yeah, and that's certainly a very important part of these races, is just understanding what your competitors are going to be able to do. We've talked about it in a lot of different racing series here on Pit Stop TV, just the ability to kind of learn where your competitors are good on the racetrack, where they like to run, and then obviously you're going to take that and use it to your best advantage once you start to figure out maybe a way you can get around them a little better. You're seeing Dave Corsel right now try his best with Jacob Sala in front. That good wrench number 29, kind of running right above that yellow line. We saw Dave try to dip, and you see he's putting those left tires below the yellow line through 3 and 4. That is a really great opportunity that South Boston gives these guys to make up some time, and they almost made contact there in the middle of 1 and 2. Hunter Holberg right behind them, 2 laps down, but Corsel and Sala fighting nicely for 3rd right now.
Yeah, absolutely. The other end of the racetrack, this is going on, and Corsel driving it in deep. This is now something for Zala to be in his 2nd BRP Asphalt Modified Tour start, fending off the, you know, current point leader and potential champion of this series. Doing not too shabby of a job, and Corsel really had to send it in last lap to have a real shot here. He's going at it again, continuing to follow Zala around, and lost a little bit of time there. We'll see if he can come back up, as we're already a quarter of the way done with today's race.
Yeah, the laps don't take long to tick off, and while there is 60 of them, these laps are going very quickly. Roughly 15 seconds, somewhere between 14 and 15 seconds is the average of the lap times in this race. We're checking back in with Dean Meisler, who's running in 5th place. He's a guy who's done his best with both ends of the BRP spectrum, the tour mods and the late models that they run on Monday nights. He's had some ups and downs through both series, both seasons, but he's always here. He's always ticking off laps, and he's always learning. And we here at Pit Stop TV have a lot of respect for the guys who just do their best to stay in the series, stay with some points, and have some fun. At the end of the day, it's all really about the fun. But Dean Meisler right now running kind of on his own, getting some practice laps in, just learning the track and maybe learning what he needs to do to get that car a little faster. You saw him go a little wide there through 3 and 4. As we're back checking in with our leader, Jean-Philippe Bergeron, he's got about a 2 to 3 car length lead over Josh Balliet for this one, but it's kind of diminishing in the corners. I wonder if that's going to be something that exponentially grows, or maybe if he's going to be able to hold on to that for a while.
It'll definitely be something to watch. Bergeron gets the wall!
And as we speak, our race leader is going to change. It looks like Bergeron got a little bit too much of that wall on exit, and Josh Balliet takes over the race lead. We'll catch a replay here of what happened to the driver of the number 18, so we'll pull it back just an unfortunate turn for him and just a mistake on his own hands, you see. So we're going to ride down the back straightaway with him. He comes down, apexes into turn number 3 nicely. Gets a little too much over-rotated, maybe a little in turn 3. And off the corner, he just kind of misjudged where he was going and got a good bit of the wall. Not a huge amount of damage on the 18 car, but he relinquished the lead. And for a track that's running like this, that's not what he needed.
Absolutely. He was starting to open the gap to Balliet. So really, you can start to consider maybe, taking it a little bit easy to, reduce the chances of that happening, and maybe just want to open up a little bit more of a margin before he got comfortable with that, or just maybe trailed off a little bit or lost some focus for a slight moment. But there's still over half the race to go for Balliet to potentially do the same thing, or Bergeron just to get up there and pass him, as there's a lap car up ahead too.
Yeah, I was about to say there, this is going to make things interesting to have Dean Meitzler right here. He might just pull out of the way and let these guys go. Not quite this time. Dean Meitzler goes to the top side. Balliet goes to the bottom. Bergeron slides up, now goes under. So it is going to be Dean Meitzler letting these guys just kind of roll through. And it did bunch them up a little bit, so they're a little closer together, but respectable moves by Dean Meitzler.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think he intended to hold up Balliet by any means. I think he just thought he entered the turn 1 well enough that he was going to be able to give it up at a later point, and then by the exit of turn 2, Balliet was all over him. He just decided to pull out of the way. And again, this is the closest battle on track. The Zala 3rd, Corso 4th. They have about 0.6 of a second separating them. This is the battle for the lead.
They come through 3 and 4 again. You see Bergeron kind of searching in the middle of the racetrack a little bit right there. Balliet still holding the bottom and hugging it royally. He doesn't want to give the inside line to Bergeron, who will very easily take advantage of it if the door is open. So for the moment, he's kind of holding Bergeron back. Bergeron trying to look at maybe a way around the outside, or maybe just a way to back up the corner a little bit, get a run that he can stick his nose into either turn 1 or 3. On board with Jean-Philippe as he follows Balliet through 3 and 4 this time. You see him kind of diamond out of the corner there, and that might be him getting ready to make a move, or at least take a shot at getting the race lead back.
Yeah, this is another thing. I mean, we saw, Balliet just sit behind Bergeron and study for so long now. I don't know if there's that much damage to Bergeron, who was really struggling there off of 4. Maybe this is Bergeron on the edge, on the limit, trying to stick with Balliet right there out of 4 at the very least. That looked sketchy.
Yeah, it feels like Bergeron's kind of got his hands full with this car, and while it's loose, it is fast. He's not letting go of Joshua Balliet quite yet. He had the race lead for a while, as we have just a couple laps past halfway right here, so they're going to start getting more into a rhythm. The tires are going to start degrading a little bit, and certainly for Bergeron, they're going to be degrading much quicker because of all of the sliding he's doing out of turns 2 and 4 right now. We're checking back in with 3rd place, Jacob Sala. He almost got the chrome horn from Dave Corsel in the middle of the corner, but he did hold on to that spot and did hold on to the car.
Yeah, that got a little tight, and now Corsel's really getting on it. He got a little bit of the apron there as well, or at least the yellow line, the yellow paint. Got him a little sideways. Now Corsel's really having his way with the rear end of Zala here. He is all over that, trying to find himself around and hopefully not through the 29.
Yeah, I was going to say, something about short tracks, obviously emotion comes out a lot, and maybe Corsel's getting frustrated right now that he's behind Sala. He maybe feels like that car's a little faster than the 29, and he wants to get up there with Bergeron and Balliet and contend for a win, and he gave him a horn.
Oh, no! Big wreck on the front straight.
Yellow flags coming out on the racetrack. That was a pretty major and Hunter Holberg got a little bit of the tail of the 29 as well, but I mean, saw it on the broadcast. We'll catch a replay back again, but Emerson, I think that kind of explained itself right there.
Right, it was only a matter of time. Zala was not Corsel's best friend in this scenario, and Corsel just finally had enough of it, got a little much into Zala. Oh my goodness, Holberg just nowhere to go.
Yeah, Holberg definitely came in there storming, and he got a bit of Sala there too. I don't think that's going to put much damage on the 29 machine, but Corsel and Holberg both got a lot of the outside wall, so that's going to definitely hinder those cars, and they're probably going to have to come try to get those cars fixed up as much as possible. We'll pitch another replay here with Dave Corsel as he comes down the backstretch into turn number 3. I mean, just sent it in. That car might be handling a little better, but yeah, I mean, got on that and then got on it pretty hard, and then around went Sala. He got collected by Holberg coming into the back of that as well. And yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here, man.
What this unfortunately does is trap a lot of those guys a lap down. I think everybody may be a lap down here except the 2 leaders. Meitzler is ahead of the leaders. Huh. There goes Meitzler by the safety vehicle.
So as we get these cars ready to go again and get them lined up for a restart, we are 2/3 of the way into the race tonight at South Boston. There goes Sala getting his lap back. I believe he's going to be able to do that. So real quick, we'll go ahead and thank our partners again. First off, with the BRP Asphalt Modified Tour, we got to thank the guys who help them on the weekly basis with both series: Bicknell Racing Products, MDR Designs, Jam Performance, Costco Haulage, and Miller's Auto Detailing. Obviously, big-time partners with the cars, the drivers, and the series itself. And then on our side, obviously, too, we have our own partners to be grateful for: Tucson Sound Art, Race Pace Setups, Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine, Whiplash Media, and BAM Racing Videos. They all take part in making sure we give you the utmost of quality within these broadcasts, and we thoroughly appreciate them standing beside us for these shows. And Emerson, we're getting ready to go ahead and get back to it. What are your expectations on this restart? What are you thinking about the emotions?
Well, Zala's ahead of Corsel, so that's going to be fun. And we're getting ready to go green here.
Yeah, that's certainly going to be interesting to watch. The pace car is going to go ahead and pull in. The guys kind of single file behind, but they're side by side at the line. Green flag back in the air, and we're racing into turn number 1.
Side by side with the 2 leaders contact.
Big time contact in the middle of the corner for those 2 guys who really didn't make any big moves on each other so far. Bergeron on the outside. Valiette does hold true on the inside line, takes the race lead back fully, and Bergeron's not going to let him go anywhere quite yet. That 18 still hanging on right to the tail as Jacob Sala's going to make a move back up into 3rd spot. Dave Corsel going to maybe see if he can try to find a way around Dean Meitzler next. Hunter Holberg in the midst as well. 1 lap down, but there is Corsel. He tries to send it big time on the top side and get some momentum around the outside of the 99.
Oh, the leaders are oh so close. Philippe Bergeron to the inside of Balliet. Did he take the lead? No contact.
A little bit of a shove out of that 18 car to get down the inside of Josh Balliet. Balliet doesn't quite hold on. There's about 2 car lengths in between them now. Jean-Philippe Bergeron takes back the race lead in that number 18 machine. They come past the line to complete lap 46, and we will continue forward with the 18 and then the 77, followed by the 29 of Jacob Sala. He's pretty far back, but he's got a nice little gap in between himself and Corsel. That maybe won't...
Oh, no! Big wreck!
Huge accident in the corner. Yellow flags come back out. Dean Meitzler involved. Hunter Holberg involved. I think Corsel got a good bit of that as well. And once again, we're back under caution here at South Boston. Replay coming up.
Well, we're going to get a view of this, but I got some thoughts also on what's coming up here. But first, let's see what happened. Looks like it was Corsel trying to find a way around Holberg here.
So Corsel dives to the inside. Holberg slammed the door.
Oh my
that was a huge slam on the inside line from Hunter Holberg, the lapped car. Dean Meitzler, unfortunately, just kind of got pulled into that ordeal. But I wonder if there was some leftover, less than enthused, heartfelt emotion going into that one. Hunter Holberg obviously just kind of T-boned into the back of Dave Corsel in the last yellow, so wondering if that has anything to do with what just unfolded.
Well, look at that diamond there, that run that Corsel got at Holberg. I don't know what was necessarily in the mind of Hunter Holberg. I doubt he was trying to, block Corsel because they're not even battling for the same lap. But I don't know.
An interesting debacle indeed. Obviously, Hunter Holberg was running P6, and Dave Corsel was trying to get back up to maybe fight with Jacob Sala for the 3rd spot. David Corsel, you see him parked on the racetrack right here. This is just getting things set up, timing and scoring wise right now, and he will resume some speed, and he will get back to the tail of this grid. They're getting close to getting ready to go again, so in due time, we're within 10 laps to the finish. This should be an interesting go of it, Emerson, but I mean, we've had 2 cautions. Do we see another one? Are the emotions coming out, or do you think we get to the end?
Yeah, I didn't think with a 6-driver field we'd have emotions like this kind of boiling over, but I believe so. With only 9 laps left on the season this time by, there, you know, if there's some unsettled business, it might be settled right here. By the way, what I wanted to say was Bergeron and Balliet. I don't know if there was contact with the move that Bergeron put on Balliet, but if there was, I'd be sure to watch Balliet here on this restart.
Yeah, that's a really great point, Emerson. There was a bit of rubbins racing between those two drivers, let's say, coming through those last few laps and off that restart. So definitely going to watch Balliet on this one. I think that's the type of thing that the drivers are more than happy to oblige and give back to somebody that they see that. The green flag comes back out. Balliet goes around the outside, actually, into that first corner. And out of turn number 2, they stay side-by-side, contact made on the backstretch.
Up the hill, here comes Zala for second. Zala coming to spoil the party.
Jacob Sala goes down the inside of the 77. Balliet and Sala side by side. Out of the corner they go, and Sala gets P2. So Jean-Philippe Bergeron is your race leader. Jacob Sala now coming back into the picture to try to see if he can spoil this party. Have 6 laps to go this time by, and that 29 is hanging on tough right in second place.
This was not something I expected. You might have called this one out. Yeah, at the top of the, when we were pacing, you mentioned that Zala might be able to pull something out here. Well, now he's in position as Bergeron goes purple that time round, but Zala hanging right there with him in lap time.
It's money time for these guys. They're going to get 4 to go at the line. 4 more laps in this season. 4 more laps before somebody takes that last win of the season. Joshua Balliet takes the fastest lap now. That number 77 is on a tear as the 2 new guys on the block. They started their first time last week. Now they're running second and third. 3 to go this time for Jean-Philippe.
How about Jean-Philippe Bergeron? He, played this race beautifully. He stole the pole last second. Even though he caught the wall earlier in this race and Balliet got back by him, he studied Balliet. It was able to get back by Balliet on a restart. Everything is just seemingly worked out for Jean-Philippe Bergeron.
And he's going to come through 3 and 4 this time. Jacob Sala, a huge send into 3 and 4 that time. Caught up in the middle of the corner. The white flag comes out, and it's go time. Can Jacob Sala make up the time down the back straightaway? Diamonds out of turn number 2 nicely. They go into the corner. He's going to dive it in deep. He does, but he doesn't have enough space. Out of turn number 4 for the final time, Jean-Philippe Bergeron wins at South Boston.
What a race. What a run. I didn't expect there to be actually, multiple incidents. Oh my goodness. Up and over.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of post-race tension coming out there. Maybe just a little bit of fun for these guys. They just finished their final race of the season with these Asphalt modifieds, and we'll go ahead and see what they get out of it. But we'll go ahead and step aside. We'll prepare ourselves for 3 awesome, maybe even more, interviews post-race, and those are going to be a good time. So don't go anywhere. You'll want to hear the final remarks on the season with us on Pit Stop TV. We'll be right back.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound Art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it Sound Art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound Art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound Art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound Art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome back, race fans, to Pit Stop TV. It's Joe Donahue bringing back Emerson Arden and Trey Shellsworth alongside of me. We got a good couple guys to bring into the booth tonight to run down the end of this season with the Asphalt Modifieds. We'll go ahead and start off with season champion. He drove the number 54 tonight, and we'll go ahead and bring him in. Dave Corsell, this is Joe Donahue with Pit Stop TV. You got me?
Yeah.
Well, Dave, it was a long season, some great races throughout it, some good stuff out of you as well, obviously taking a couple victories, but you are the champion. How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel good with that. I'm really happy to win the champ with this season. I work hard. I try to make a lot of victory, but I'm really happy with that.
Well, I would be as well. And Dave, you had some trial and tribulation tonight, though. Just to get through this one, you had a couple incidents you were caught up in. throughout the night, and this was definitely one of those times where it takes a bit to get to the finish of this race. How do you feel now that you've got those 60 laps down?
Yeah, I'm not really happy with the tonight incident, and I think so. It's a race incident, and maybe need some patience. It's not my kind of driving style. I don't like to drive reckless driving, but sometimes when you try to pass and it give you no room, and sometimes happen.
Yeah, that is true, David. It does happen sometimes, and it happened tonight, but it didn't happen throughout the entirety of the season, and that's what got you all those points and got you to this championship. Now, your closing remarks. Obviously, you ran the whole season. You got a couple wins. You had a lot of really great shows, and obviously, everybody has their ups and downs. But looking back on it at the close of this Asphalt Modified Tour, what do you make of it? What are your final remarks on how everything went overall as a season?
It's a great league. Have a great racer. Jean-Philippe is it's a great racer too. It's really nice. It's with the coverage and everything. I'm really happy to race in this league and win the champ at the same time.
Absolutely, Dave. Well, congratulations on behalf of all of us here at Pit Stop TV. Who do you have to thank and shout out for your performance not only tonight but all season long?
Autoplast, CarQuest Auto Part, Advance Auto Part, Team Dark Horse. I thank everything to the team of the Pit Stop TV for the coverage all season long and everything.
Well, much appreciated, Dave, and congratulations again. Hopefully you get to celebrate it, and we'll be talking to you again soon when we get back out again with the BRP guys.
Yeah, thank you.
And that is your season champion, Dave Corsoli. Did have a up and down night, but obviously the whole season went his way. We'll go ahead and pop in with the driver who finished second in the championship as well. We'll go ahead and bring Dean Meisler into the booth. Dean, this is Joe Donahue, and he got back. We'll see if we can get him in again. Maybe see if we can talk to second place in the championship, Dean Meisler. Dean, I don't think we're going to get Dean Meisler right now, so we'll go ahead and send him to the bottom of the order, and we'll go ahead and bring in the race winner. We'll see if we can maybe get Dean again, but this is Jean-Philippe Bergeron. John, this is Joe Donahue. Do you got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, this was a long night for you, Jean-Philippe. It took some grit to stay up front, but you pulled it off. That car was good at the start and end of this race.
Yeah, well, to be honest, the car wasn't where I wanted to be setup-wise. I mean, I usually run, when I do my own setup, obviously I couldn't do anything with the fixed setup in this league, but usually I run the top at South Boston, so I had to be committed to the bottom because the car was bottoming out really bad. So I had to get used to this, but I still was able to find my way up front and stay there.
Yeah, we kind of noticed that car was a little loose for you throughout this race, but you did hold on to it down there on the bottom side pretty well, and you had some really great racing with Josh Balliet. Maybe talk about what it took to beat the 77 car throughout this race, because you guys were fighting pretty well for a long time there.
Yeah, we were fighting. We had a pretty good battle going on there. I was saving my stuff just a bit at the beginning. I saw Joshua was trying me on the inside and the outside. He was trying to get around me, but obviously he couldn't get on the top side either. So I was just holding my line to make sure he didn't pass. And I did one mistake. I was talking on Discord with Dave Corsol, honestly, and I made a mistake and hit the wall out of two. It hurt me pretty bad. I had to go and get a fast repair, and the only caution, or probably the first caution, I don't remember if we had two or only one, but I came down for a fast repair and took 4 tires instead of 2 what Joshua did, so these 4 tires worked out for me. I was able to pull under him and made a pass.
Well, there you have it. It definitely helped you out there at the end of the race, because you two were fighting very well at the end, but you come out of this season, obviously you've won now 3 races this year, or this season rather. You won just as many as the champion, and overall, first run with the Asphalt Modifieds in the BRP iRacing series. What do you make of it, and what are your expectations moving forward with the rest of this league?
I think this league's great, honestly. I came in a bit too late to run for a championship. I came in, I think, second or third race into the season, so I'll plan on making the full season in the next time. Obviously, if I can make it with my schedule, I have university at night and everything, so I can't always make it, but I would like to run for a championship in this league, and we'll see what holds on for the next one, but I'm pretty sure I can win a championship.
Well, I would agree with that. So we'll hope to see you out for each week of the next season and hopefully get to contend for that championship. But in the meantime, you've got a win to celebrate tonight. Who do you have to thank and who do you want to shout out here on the broadcast?
Obviously, I would like to thanks Pro Long Control, which is my main sponsor in the real life. Thank everyone at BRP for hosting the series. You guys for the broadcast. You've made an awesome job all season long, and we'll see you in the next one.
Well, much appreciated, Jean-Philippe. Go celebrate that one, and we'll be hoping to talk to you again next season. With that, we are going to go ahead and send it over quickly to Emerson Arden. We'll go ahead and run through second and third place, and we'll start off with Mr. Valiette is actually Jacob Sala is going to be bringing it in next.
Right, and we are here with second place finisher Jacob Zala. A little bit of a surprise there to the end, snagging second place away from Valiette. Jacob, how'd you get that done?
You know, it looked like the 18 bodied the 77 there. It got into his tires, and I was able to get around Malenko. And, you know, the 18 would probably say something like, that's just short track racing. But, you know, it is what it is. We somehow got around him and got second. I'm very happy about it.
Fair enough. So you were running in third a lot of. They talked to us about what was going on with you and the champion Dave Coursel.
You know, I was just trying to keep my position, and Dave was just pushing me through the corner. He's just pushing me every single lap, and you know, it was just a lot of pushing. And I guess I was a little slow, but I was able to keep it in front of him, and somehow I was able to come out second. And he had some other issues with the 99 as well.
Fair enough. It was a great run tonight. Well, I guess one more question. What was it about this track that I guess just came to life to you later in this race? Did you figure something out, or was it just positioning?
It was positioning, but also South Boston is a track that I haven't really raced that much. This is like my one out of like 20 something races, if that. And it really came alive, and then when that second to last caution, I was able to go get fresh tires and somehow beat the pace car, and then the 54 got the EOL, and that was set me up in good position.
All right, fair enough. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Driver, who do you have to thank? Who do you have to shout out for your second place run here at Sobo?
You know, I'd like to thank you guys, Joe and Trey and Emerson, for the broadcast tonight. I'd like to thank Joshua Valiette. He ran really well. Should have probably had the win, but the 18 just got the better of him. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Good Wrench, all that, and yeah, that's about it.
Hey, well, fair enough. Congratulations on your second place finish. Go celebrate that. You have a good one, and we'll see you on the far side.
All right, see ya.
Right on, and that was second place finisher, driver number 29, Jacob Zala. And I guess we'll pick up also with third place finisher, driver of the number 77, Joshua Balliet. Josh, talk to us about that battle there at the end. What happened out there?
Was able to catch the lead and pretty, through a mistake, but I felt probably the fastest car, and then we got driven through. Twice.
You know what? Short and simple and to the point. What could you have done differently?
Maybe just the only thing I could have done is if I stayed on the outside a little bit longer and didn't get bodied up the track and get clear of Jacob, I could have maybe paid him back. But other than that, nothing really.
Well, at least I was expecting you to kind of show up and dominate. You did in practice, and then in qualifying, when your time was beat by only the smallest of margins, what was going through your mind then when Jean-Philippe Bergeron took pole?
I wasn't too worried about it. I know it was tough to pass, but I felt that I was consistent enough in not making mistakes, which I myself didn't make like a mistake, the entire race. The leader, hit the wall several times and still was the winner, but it is what it is. It's short track racing. He did what he had to win. He knew it wasn't quicker, so he had to get through me.
Well, that is that. 25 laps led today, Josh, and a great run. It ends up being a third place finish, not what you wanted. But anyway, congratulations. Who do you have to shout out? Who do you have to thank for your third place finish?
Like to thank the league admins. I think Hunter was there, the league admin this race. Like to thank Pit Stop TV for putting on this broadcast, and congratulate Gene on his win since he thought it was so valuable.
Well, that'll do it for third place finisher Joshua Balliet. We're going to go ahead and bring on up now second in the championship, Dean Meitzler, with who's standing by with Joe Donahue.
Yeah, so we bring him in. Dean, this is Joe Donahue with Pit Stop TV. Do you got me?
Hey, Joe. How you doing?
We're doing pretty well, Dean, and you should be too, my man. You came home. You know, tonight was a up and down sort of night, but you finished out the race and you finished out the championship in second place. Tell us how you feel.
Pretty good. It's pretty exciting to see the being up there. It was a little bit of a battle. Wasn't sure if I was going to finish second or third with Hunter right on my tail in the points. So, but definitely excited. It's probably my best finish so far with the BRP. So.
Yeah, we see you come in, week out, both sides of this, obviously, the asphalt and the dirt side, and it takes a lot to get through one of these races competitively, and you've done a lot of really great stuff in both sides of the coin with, obviously, the late models and the asphalt modifieds, but maybe on the asphalt modified side a little more. What does this season teach you, and how do you prepare to maybe take them out and compete again next season?
Definitely was an experience. I haven't done a lot of short track asphalt, so going into the wheel and mod season, it was definitely a learning experience, more of throttle, brake control. These guys really battle day in and day out, and they're really competitive drivers, and I just feel honored to be able to race with these guys every week.
They certainly give you a nice fight there too, and obviously you've used that each week, so for that we want to give you some congratulations that you stuck to it and got enough points and did enough of a job to get second. That's a high prize with the BRP iRacing series, so we'll give you center stage. Is there anybody that you got to thank or shout out for all the efforts it's taken to get you the second place in the championship?
Oh, definitely want to first off just thank my wife for cheering me on every week. She watches every race when I compete on here, and just want to definitely give her a shout out and thanks for her support for the racing. And want to also give a shout out to you guys. Thank you guys for putting on a great show every week for us, and also everybody in the BRP iRacing series and competing week in and week out, and definitely helping me out and helping me learn some different things as everything went. So definitely a shout out to them as well.
Absolutely, Dean. Well, congratulations on the run tonight and the run in the championship. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you again soon over on the dirt side of things, but we'll be looking forward to seeing what you have in store for season 2 or the next season on the asphalt. Congratulations from us, and take care until next time. Hopefully you celebrate this one nice.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And that was Dean Meitzler. He rounded out the championship in second place there, Emerson. So we'll go ahead and run through the final order for this race. It shouldn't take us too long. We only got 7 names to read off. But at the end of tonight's race, Jean-Philippe Bergeron, the race winner in car number 18. Jacob Sala going to come home P2 in the 29. Joshua Balliet in third place. Thought he maybe could have got a little more out of tonight's show. The champion, Dave Corsall, will finish in 4th. Hunter Holberg gets P5. He's going to, I believe, round out 3rd in the championship. That is unofficial. Dean Meitzler finished 6th in the championship. He's got 6th place on the order 1 lap down tonight. And Zachary Kistler kind of stepped out before the green flag. We didn't see that 71 car out on track, so he will finish 61 laps down. But Emerson, it's been a long season. It's been an up and down season for a lot of these guys. It's been a lot of really close, exciting racing, a lot of different, unique opportunities on the track. What do you make of all of it? What kind of reaction do you have to now completing this asphalt modified tour?
Well, I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to come on, these final 2 races and really, I guess, get a taste for, some asphalt short track racing. I don't think I get enough of that. I don't have as well of an appreciation as I have, or as I feel like I should have for short track racing. And these past 2 races, especially today, we saw all sorts of aspects of typical local short track racing. And when I do one of these broadcasts, the few and far between I do cover short track racing on the channel for Pit Stop TV, I always leave satisfied and entertained and fulfilled for the evening for my racing fix. So I was more than happy to have this opportunity to cover the BRP Asphalt Modified Tour, and see these mods really go at it at short tracks. Mods at that. I don't think I've seen much modified racing before Oxford Plains last week. So I feel like I've picked up a new car to kind of follow.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Emerson. Obviously, I've mentioned this on the channel before. I'm from the central Pennsylvania area. I'm Posse bred, right down the road from Williams Grove and Lincoln and Port Royal, Sealands Grove, all those tracks. Myself and Trey Shuttlesworth, we take part in the outlaw side, the sprint car side, and dirt is sort of our home track advantage. So to come out with the short tracks, I know obviously guys like Trey Patton and Andrew Cardinale over here on the Pit Stop TV side are a little more versed to the short track stuff, so they're a little more used to these modifieds, but nonetheless, it is always exciting to see these cars out on track. I personally think they're pretty cool looking cars, and it's always a good time to bring the BRP guys out. So looking back on this season, been pretty exciting. I've been fortunate to be a part of 3 of these broadcasts, and hopefully we'll see what comes of the next season and try to get on board with a couple more of those next time they bring out the asphalt cars. But in the meantime, we'll be more than happy to keep them in with the dirt side and the late models. So with that, we'll go ahead and start the wrap up on tonight's show. We want to thank all the partners who've made the BRP Asphalt Modified Tour possible. On their side, the Bicknell Racing Products, Matt DeRitter Designs, GM Performance, Costco Haulage, and Miller's Auto Detailing partners have all stood the test of time with these modifieds and with the late models over on the other side. They're great partners. Go check out all of them. They definitely provide some services that you may be thinking you might need here in the summertime for your iRacing stuff, anything of that sort, even your own racing programs. We also have to thank our own partners at Pit Stop TV. We got to thank Tucson Sound Art for their continued support of our shows, and obviously they've got that website, TucsonSoundArt.com. You can go check out those products. And we're getting kind of tight on Father's Day, so it might be a little late to pop that one in, but anytime you go there, Pit Stop TV at checkout will get you 10% off. So whether it be for birthdays or for yourself, a little bit treat yourself, go check out Tucson Sound Art and the wonderful products they make over there. We have to thank Race Pace for their partnership with us. Race Pace Setups is a Discord setup shop enabling iRacing drivers to get a little bit more out of their results and programs here on the sim. Tyler Campbell does a lot of great work over there. He's a real-world engineer who transferred over to being able to run simulation engineering as well, and he makes some great stuff over at Race Pace. Those all come to you at the price you set yourself. It is donation-based, more or less, so it's something that anybody could afford and anybody could get a chance to take part in and get a couple more spots out of their final positions for upcoming races. We want to thank Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine, longtime partner with us here. And Ashley Bullier does a lot of great work with that company. They got 4 locations in Maine for everybody to go check out. Go check out their Facebook page. They do occasional giveaways, and there's a lot of great updates available for all of the great services they do. You deserve simply the best when it comes to your appearance. It's summertime. You want to look good, and it's the time of year to do it. So go check out permanentmakeupinmaine.com for more information on them. We got to thank BAM Racing Videos for their support of us as well. Some race fan made racing videos, and obviously that sort of speaks for itself. Somebody who knows and loves racing is going to be able to give you the utmost value in your own racing videos. So go check out BAM Racing Videos as well for their services. And of course, we have to thank Whiplash Media, the parent organization of Pit Stop TV. Lots of great opportunities for iRacing camera packs, liveries, all sorts of great stuff. Go to the website, www.pitstoptv.com, all one word, pitstoptv.com, for more information on all of the services that we've used over here on the broadcasts to get the best quality out of iRacing for all of you. The channel is going to stay active weekly, so while this championship wraps up, we've got plenty more to come. Tomorrow night, we're going to come out with the MSRA Truck Series. They're going to Nashville Super Speedway. That's going to be thoroughly exciting. You can catch it at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. And then we got a couple days off before we come back with the BRP iRacing Series Late Model Tour. I'll be rocking some stuff over there in Kokomo, one of my favorite of the dirt tracks here on the platform, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. It'll be great to turn back out with the late models and see what these guys bring to us again on Monday. And then next Tuesday, the Nordic iRacing Series will return, and they will go to Auto Club for the Super Speedway that just recently got rebuilt. Should be able to get some multi-group racing in there. I know a lot of the drivers last night that we talked to were excited about this one. So 6:40 Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday should be the show you want to catch. And then after that, next Wednesday will be IORL at Michigan on Wednesday night. So this season may have ended, but we've still got a Wednesday program next week. IndyCars at Michigan. I'll tell you straight up, my plan is to either be there or be in the race. So come out and give me some support, show some love next week out. That'll conclude tonight's coverage of the BRP Asphalt Modified Series. We at Pit Stop TV thank you for tuning in and joining us, not only for tonight's action, but throughout the entirety of this season. It's been an honor to bring it all to you and to partake in the fun with these Wednesday night short track shows. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/pitstoptv. You can go ahead and search it up there. Twitter at pitstoptv_, or on Instagram, sort of a new service from us, at pit_stop_TV for in-race updates, previews, all sorts of great stuff there. And then obviously our YouTube channel, Pit Stop TV 1 is the ending point on our YouTube link, but also obviously you can just search them up, Pit Stop TV, and it should come up for your viewing pleasure, and you get to watch back some of our great races from the past. For Emerson Arden beside me on the mic and on production tonight, Trey Shuttlesworth rocking the socks on social media, and the rest of the lovelies here at Pit Stop TV, I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you all again for partaking in the series and for partaking in tonight's broadcast. Stay safe, take care until next time, and we will see you there.